Greetings and salutations, everyone. And welcome back to some more Danganronpa with Spookie. And what happened last time?
We figured out that Sakura was a spy.
Yes.
And...
the mole or whatever. Yes, the spy, the mole, whatever term you want to use.
Right, and then she was like, oh, I'm going to, like, stop Monokuma if it's, like, the last thing I do.
Yes.
And she was also telling Mikoto to, like, watch Aoi for her if she dies.
Yeah. So I hope nothing bad happens to him. Okay, I need to do something about Sakura. I'd better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Also, Kyoko still hates us, and we didn't have anybody to talk to, so we were so desperate that we talked to Toko.
Yeah, I know. Hard to believe.
Ooh-ah, says somebody. Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Hence music. So we just casually walk there. Okay, I guess we can run in.
Oh gosh. Oh, Mikoto, we got a big problem, man.
What's wrong?
Look.
Hira's finger shook as he pointed.
Hina!
Oh, no.
Okay, calm down.
Are you okay?
God.
What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
No, she's clearly alive. Calm down.
Oh my god.
You gotta be kidding!
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead.
Why? What happened?
Well, Toku and Hina, just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table.
That led to a sneeze.
You SOB!
Oh god. Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I may be flat, but at least mine are real. And look, my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Collarbones are pretty high, I admit.
Totally not adorable.
So she says. Eyes are where it's at, though. Anyway, you totally not adorable boys. Just get out of my sight, okay? Or else.
My beautiful scissors!
Or I'll start cutting and I'm indulging myself for who knows how long.
Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me.
Sure thing. Whatever that.
It's a Wii U. I think she's like doing the ambulance noise. Taking her to the nurse.
Yeah. Oh god.
Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. I like how she said she was Jill and then nobody goes by it.
True.
By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it was really just a scratch.
It was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know?
Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir.
So sarcastic. It just makes you sound even more hostile.
Who should I talk to first?
Let's go with Hiro. Man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again. Which would suck. I love sleep.
Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight. I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura.
But
At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just...
what the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious?
Dozen punches isn't really without thinking.
And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know. Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura. You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
So, I love your voice for Sakura.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try. Makoto, hero, what's the meaning of this?
It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Oh, damn.
To hurt Hina, damn you. To leave me alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you!
What is this? I'm okay, really, it's just a scratch.
No forgiveness!
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this!
Yeah, pretty much what she said. He's just screaming.
It just screamed.
Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me.
I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Why?
Somebody save me.
Hero nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later... What's going on, says somebody.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh my. What's all this noise about?
Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hero's spot in the room.
It would seem...
I gather that something happened.
Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line.
Goodbye.
But wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... I.
She ain't gonna talk to you.
Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
Obvious question. It's fine.
Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore.
Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words...
You could have told me that Sakura and Monokuma were fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's why you were thinking. And that's what why you didn't tell me, right?
Yeah.
To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Yeah, I was trying to pick the other fucking option, bitch. I'm sorry. Makoto's just an awful person. Also, she's not a bitch. I'm just...
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways. Because ultimately, that means you don't trust me.
No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And I...
may have overreacted.
Huh?
Anyway...
Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's talk about something else then. Okay.
That issue doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else.
What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
Indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come here, come somewhere with me. I have business there.
Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out.
Yes, but
shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going?
with her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Ah, Kyoko. I hurried to catch up to her. Yay, she doesn't hate us anymore. Unless she just leads us into a dark room and ends us. Anyway, she walked ahead in silence. And in silence, I chased her. And eventually we arrived. The dressing room. So that's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right. It has to do with alter ego.
But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us.
Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring the others to come to see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us.
Alter ego wants to ask us something. Should I talk to them then?
Strange.
Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough?
Thank you.
No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we?
Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us?
So,
Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why?
you see,
Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work.
but
I don't want
I
that.
want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else. To solve the mystery of the school.
That's right.
The only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically Radical 6.
Right.
I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you, and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm
It's
gonna
for
do
this-
my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
Remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked me what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
Yeah.
certainly.
When I talk to alter ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that alter ego is our friend.
Yoko.
To be honest, I didn't want alter ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect alter ego to the network.
But...
Hey,
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friend.
now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw someone else fighting, doing their best, could you take this and look the other way? Could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I wanna believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice.
One place?
That's right.
Remember, there's another place where there's no surveillance camera.
A room without a surveillance camera. Which room?
The secret room?
Yeah. That's it, the secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
just because there's no camera there doesn't mean that there's no danger. There's no way to be sure that the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move alter ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over.
You're right.
that's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try,
Correct.
because that's our best chance of finding any new clues.
Yoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's going to be a little cramped for you, alter ego. Bear with us, okay?
I started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Till we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Robot noises. Understood. Your command has been implemented.
Done.
Great.
How is alter ego ticklish?
I don't know.
Wait, so whenever you type on the keyboard, he's feeling that, right?
Apparently, yes.
That's... Don't know how to feel about this situation anymore.
To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers.
So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already.
Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room.
Let's do it. Where am I? Oh, here. Okay. Hi.
What?
Makoto?
What the? Why do you seem so surprised?
Nothing's wrong. Well, why would anything be wrong?
He's acting really strange. Well, I guess he's always acting really strange.
Okay. Well, gotta go back to my room now. Take her easy, partner. See ya. Strange.
Howdy.
What the fuck? What is she saying?
Have you reached that certain age?
What? God, this character's so strange. My obsession.
What are you doing?
Living.
I see.
Anyway, I'm headed back to my room. I'll just be there, living totally calm. What the fuck? She's strange.
She's strange and deranged.
Alright.
quick break into here.
Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again.
What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here.
Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go.
Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you.
Quick, into the secret lair. Okay, first we have to find a network key. Here. Wait, Hyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Yeah, it kind of looks like one. Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. Should like put a tarp or something on it, so it's not just like clearly visible.
Right.
And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go?
Well, it went okay. But all the, documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us there.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. He wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko.
What?
Yes?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point.
Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance.
That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen.
What should we do?
so
If we can't find some clue that will likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now.
Which is why Alter Ego.
correct.
All we can do now is wait and believe in our friends.
You're right. That's our only option. Believe in the friends. We parted ways and headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I went to sleep when it was like, just that, wasn't it breakfast and then what happened? I don't know.
Yeah,
I completely
and then we
dozed
found
off.
Yeah. Stuff happened with Hina and Sakura, and then
Huh?
ding dong, ding dong.
Sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Who is thither? Rattle.
Makoto.
Makoto, get out of here.
Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened.
What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
A rec room? Okay, let's hurry.
Huh?
Makoto, Kyoko. Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There's a window in the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway,
First of all, we need to get to that room.
But the door is locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in.
I just said,
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room doesn't have a lock.
huh? Then why?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
Chair.
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
Then there's no problem if we break in.
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way.
Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here. Huff huff. I found a broom. Huff. In the classroom. Huff huff. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please, hurry. Okay, you two, stand back. Make the shortest person do it. I holded the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattered across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand to the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... all I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
dead to my life.
Wow.
Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
Oh, Hina.
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why did this have to happen? It's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
We need to examine Sakura's body.
I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? You know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you, Hiro Byakuya Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Says question mark.
Not a good laugh. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
That's right, this Monokuma file. Don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That thing is totally irrelevant right now. Sakura came the most forgettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew!
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Cause even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was pretty worried. I mean, she violated the rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one?
Oopsie. Before you get all pissy potty with me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive
I hate
you.
him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabble. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1. But we need one more. Yoko, that's you.
what?
Me.
You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro Byakuya Toko. None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me.
What?
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
I kind of are. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
And you, Hero, do you really object?
If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't really have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to this request.
But...
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us that are still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory.
Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Just do it.
do it!
Investigate. Okay. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. I see.
Poison. I think this case might be a challenge.
Why's that?
So,
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with a chair inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
If the door was blocked from the inside, there was no way in or out until we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right? Zero escape trilogy.
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about that locked room murder Kate entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves sort of a trick involving locking of the room. Basic approaches including using string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all you'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer is using a special contraption or a tool from outside to get the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use a confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
Sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room?
In other words,
By that, I mean that there's actually is an alternative escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which one of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Till I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Okay, where should we start?
Let's look at what's behind her. Sakura, I mean.
This?
Yes.
There are shards of glass scattered all over the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the truth bullets. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added. Maybe those ones over there?
Right.
There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Huh?
You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat's placed inside. You never seen that?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is a Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will.
Monokuma bottle has been added to the tooth bullet section. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle's sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Interesting.
And the cloth by her feet.
Give me 1 second to put Steam into offline mode, because I was getting messages. Or, you know, when people log it. Anyway.
Oh.
What did you want to search now, this thing?
Yes.
This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... You recognize it, Hina?
Well...
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. Really like them that much.
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. You know. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullet section. Okay, what do you want to search next?
Let's look at the table in front of her now.
This?
Yes.
Apparently nothing on it is important.
Okay. Then in that case, let's look at... What's that on the ground to the left?
This.
Yes.
There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
Looks like a protein drink. And it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. Still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. She must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
That's strange.
Huh? What is?
Hey,
See what's scattered around the can.
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around. The can is also... They're also underneath it.
Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to make a note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. It means that the glass was broken before that was put on top of it.
Right.
Otherwise, the glass wouldn't go under it. In theory. Empty protein drink has been added to the tooth bullet section. Okay, anything else you want?
Strange. Well, the glass wasn't broken before, so how in the world did that get on it? Strange. Let's look at the blood.
I mean, over there.
Yeah.
Background over here. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf blood stain has been added to the truth bullet section.
Right, and there's no blood on her, is there? Can we inspect her?
Yes, we can do the actual inspection. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. But Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed at a most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? And no, I don't think I'd call it interesting. It does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Okay, what next?
The... Behind her, the open... Yeah.
Huh? The locker's open, and there on the inside. It's a handprint?
why?
What's a handprint doing here?
Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hidden here until the locked room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
And it was already open. Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have just hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, what next?
Let's look at the pool table. I don't think we can look at that, but...
No, I can't even click on that.
Oh, okay.
There's a magazine rack. I don't know if that has to do with anything. There's a chair. And then there's the three
Chairs.
people.
Oh yeah, the chair that was blocking the door. Let's look at that.
The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Who next, or what next?
Magazines, I guess?
Just to see, I don't know. They're next to the blood. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Nope, nothing
Oh,
important
geez,
there. I
very
guess.
helpful. Anyways,
Okay, who talked to?
let's talk to Byakuya first.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely.
I want to crush his face. Also, Toko and Hiro definitely had something to do with this. They were
Vibes,
acting hella suspicious. Like, you got tell me that whatever the fuck Toko was doing, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. She's like babbling like a goddamn baby. Meanwhile, over here, Hiro is like, oh, sheesh, nothing's happened. Yep, just gonna go to my room. They both said the same thing. Anyways, as if that wasn't obvious enough, let's talk to Hyoko.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed,
Yeah, she's not the type who'd go down without a fight.
it's true.
and she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? Did someone get the upper hand? Should I
It must have
emphasize
taken
that?
her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
And then Asahina. What the heck? We already know who did it.
I won't forgive
Yakuya,
you.
Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Aoi's account has been added to the truth boat section. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Okay, back to Byakuya.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out? Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and to risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, he
Byakuya's
has kind of been in his room all day, actually. At least that we know.
Yeah, we could click on the door itself. We didn't do that yet.
Right.
This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke in to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been added to the truth bullet section.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with the people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others.
It's hot. Okay. Just joking.
Sakura wanted to meet with two other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay. See ya. Where do you think they are? Those other two probably went back to their rooms. Guess I'm going there.
Tree.
The only other thing we had to check is maybe the chem lab, because that's where the protein came from.
Oh yeah, let's go to the chem lab first, because I feel like
since they teleported me here, they're going to make me do this.
Oh yeah, maybe, actually.
Mondo. Yakya. Junko. Toko. I know you like to hide in there. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds, are they gonna reuse it? Yeah.
Oh my god, of course they did.
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. Well...
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit it, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room.
Okay, one thing, right? Toko can be saying that, but it may not have been her that saw her. It could have been Genocide Jill, but whatever.
Right. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Celeste's room. Fancy dresses in there. Gotta break in.
Yeah, I know, right? All things considered, though, I do not think it's Hina, like, at all. Because, yeah, no.
Yeah, no. I forget. Oh, I passed him. This is the guy we're looking for.
Actually, I don't know, because I guess she could have laced the candy with poison.
Poisonous candy.
Maybe.
Right, it's possible.
Yeah, anyway.
I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? You need something?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with me.
What?
How did you know about that?
Could it be...
Oh, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one who said I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me yourself that she said Byakuya and Toko came to come to.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well... when she asked me to meet her with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
You're such a... Oh, you really did just stub your toe on that, didn't you? Yeah, a note, she,
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong!
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually...
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and took her into the nurse's office.
Don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since then.
But you just said she delivered the note in person. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Oh, do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore.
The big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
Oh. Oh my god, this is the easiest fucking trial ever.
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash. Got to throw it out.
Trash?
What?
Yeah, anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the jukebox.
Fucking yeah, you're so dumb.
Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? Definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So, where should I start? Since it's on so many floors up, I think I'll just teleport there.
Yeah, Hiro's always been very dumb, but this is kind of like one of the exceptions that it's like, he is dumb, but he's also just ratted on himself unintentionally several times.
Okay, there's something over there.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Okay, apparently I cannot click on that. That's not important. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Looks like somebody already did.
Yep.
These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
You're so good at being a piece of shit.
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Okay, let's click on the stuff that spilled itself. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. There's a bunch of broken... There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. You like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section. Should probably take a good, hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Yep. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added to the truth bullet section. Hey. Just check there's
So, can we look at something? Is there any way to check the evidence we have so far?
Yep. Which one do you want to look at?
I want to look at the protein powder. Him A2. And the poison was C4.
And there's 3 shelves called A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit Section A. But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it out here on accident? So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Yeah. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which, I suppose, suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit Section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf when looking I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit Section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. The Chem Lab shelf has been added to the Truth Bullet section. I've already taken a good look at the Chem Lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Guess we'll do that.
I see.
Any ideas?
So, yeah, I do. So, someone clearly grabbed the protein, the protein powder, changed the protein powder with poison powder, and then them not thinking, oh, I guess they would have had to have somewhere to put the protein powder. So they put the protein powder in the poison bottle and put it back in the protein area. Because they're stupid, because it's here.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
someone's line.
You don't
Anyway.
fucking say. Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These are 3 things that have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look over them once more.
Okay, you heard her. Which one do you want first? The magazines, the body, or the Monokuma bottles?
Magazines, the bottles, and then the body.
Yeah. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is...
No. No. No, it isn't.
On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters, and it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
a dying message?
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that whenever I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come along looking.
Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right?
Fuck no.
It hasn't been confirmed yet.
Okay,
It's
furthermore,
settled. She's the killer for sure.
around that time, Toko was Genocide Jill, so it would not make sense to say Toko. Because as we've already established,
Less letters.
Toko is not interested in murder, and she's also scared of blood and will pass out at the look of it. So,
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. You can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious.
bingo.
Magazine dying message has been added. Okay, the bottles. I think Kyoko said she'd find a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it.
Correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so,
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion is a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer.
I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
Only to a degree.
Well,
She never
Hey.
told us. Okay.
actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
Experiment.
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too.
Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone. Trying to gather up all the glass.
With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is all about, but... What choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took
Isn't
the
she
broom.
not supposed to leave?
Yes! Byakuya did not want her to leave, but that's why she's like, he's not here, so I'm gonna leave.
Oh, yeah, too.
I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, I assume it's her, but I'll just read it. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Let's get to work.
So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from a chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights.
Compare the weights of what?
The pieces of glass you've collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles.
It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same.
Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see?
Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay then, let's give it a try.
Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive at a very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you.
Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to the tooth bullet. Do you know what she's saying?
That the bottle is not the same as the other ones?
Well, look, there's 2 gaps. And we took all the pieces and they were heavier than a single bottle.
2 bottles. 2 bottles.
So apparently there's 2 bottles missing. That's just when the Monokuma's side was missing.
Yeah, that's true because if you look back at the bottles, they look like unnaturally spaced out for whatever reason.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, that checks out. But where's the other Monokuma?
That we don't know.
Strange.
Maybe somebody tried to hide it. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it.
Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal.
Then, how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
What?
Sorry. Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here.
Her shoes?
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep?
Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
The powder is clue number 1.
Yellow powder has been added to the tooth bullet section.
Hey.
Okay. So... there was... I'm trying to think. So if the powders are both the same color, then whatever's spilled there... It could have been spilled while she was, like, at the protein cabinet.
Yeah, because it's on top of her shoe, not the bottom, so...
Right.
It would have had to have been spilled while she was there, apparently.
Strange. Next is the wound on her hand. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that is an incredibly different spot. So let me explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow. but instead received 2 blows to the head.
2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? That there's more than... And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of their hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
Kyoko's examination summary has been added. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Okay, and then we're here.
I see, now you can split it.
Yep. How long of an episode? Okay, in an hour and 21 minutes we did the whole investigation and some stuff before, so I say we did pretty well.
Yeah, I think this trial is going to be short.
So, everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
And have nice sleep.
Bye.